Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 has a plethora of settings to consider, especially on PC, but on console, you have the choice of quality or speed and enhancements you gain from utilizing features like VRR on the PS5 and Xbox Series X. So, how can you get the best gameplay experience? Well, let's dive into it. Starting with the console, on the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, you could always select performance mode for a smoother frame rate, but in this instance, the image degradation and issues with consistent frame rate, at least on the PlayStation 5, may make you want to go with quality. On PlayStation 5 especially, speed mode results in heavy performance dips due to the amount of enemies on screen. This is due to the load on the CPU according to Digital Foundry, which makes quality mode the choice to go with on PlayStation, as you'll get a much more stable frame rate and visual quality while playing. Now, before we get to Xbox settings, there was also one small brightness choice that some are saying make the game look better, but it has no effect on performance. Credit to CoreMaker TV, who popped up in my suggested videos, who said to try this. Go into your brightness settings and set it to 0.6 minimum brightness, maximum brightness to 2.5, and overall brightness to 1.0. Some are saying that you can get a nicer picture quality here, so here's a look at them side by side, and I'll let you make that determination for yourself. I do think it makes a little bit of a difference, so try it out and see how you like it. Now, on the Xbox Series X, you will get a better frame rate if you decide to play in speed mode versus the PS5, but you'll still sacrifice visual quality. And occasionally there will be dips in performance on the Xbox Series X, making quality mode the best choice here, as you will get a nearly locked 30 frames per second, while also getting better visual performance. While we still recommend quality in this instance, it should be noted that those who can't live without 60 FPS should still consider the Xbox Series X speed mode as a viable option, as it still handles the processing load quite well in most instances, and by turning on VRR, you'll even further smooth out your gameplay experience. Now on PC, the best settings for Space Marine 2 are really straightforward. Due to the fact that making adjustments with each individual setting doesn't net you a massive performance boost, and that means there's a really easy way to optimize this title. So to be clear, set your render resolution to dynamic, set your resolution upscaling to DLSS, set your FPS target, and turn VSync on, motion blur off. Then just pick the quality preset you like the most. We recommend high or ultra. This does a really good job of targeting the frame rate you've set while pushing the visuals as far as they can go. Even if you went through and adjusted each setting in the game to optimize with an eye for high FPS, you'd still have issues with a stable frame rate. While using global settings, however, you can achieve a nearly locked 60 frames per second with excellent looking visuals. Now on console, this is one title that could benefit from VRR, so here's how you turn on additional settings for both the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. Now if you've never set up your television, PlayStation 5, or Xbox Series X to take advantage of your 120Hz television, here's how it's done. On console, your best settings will always start with your television. We'll be using a Samsung model as an example, but refer to your manual for more specific instructions should you have a different model. On our Samsung TV, the first thing we'll want to do is turn on game mode. This will allow us to use a higher frame rate and variable refresh rate on both consoles. Now, on our console, we'll want to set it to output at the highest resolution and frame rate available with variable refresh rate turned on. The TV settings will allow you to turn on these features. Having these settings set to on the console level will allow you to turn on these features in any game that supports it. Under your PlayStation 5 console settings, turn on variable refresh rate, 120Hz output, and auto low latency mode, or ALLM, if your television supports it. These settings should always be left on regardless of the game you're playing, as it'll often smooth out performance issues or unlock new options in titles like Marvel Spider-Man 2 that you otherwise wouldn't have. In addition, be sure you select HDR should your television support it for the best looking visuals possible on all your PlayStation 5 games. On Xbox Series X, you'll want to start by ensuring your console settings are set up correctly. To do this, go to Settings from your Xbox dashboard, then under General, go to TV and Display Options. Under Advanced, go to Video Mode, and if your TV supports it, select Allow Auto Low Latency Mode, and also set Variable Refresh Rate to On. In addition, select HDR10, HDR, and Dolby Vision for gaming should your television support it. And those are the best settings we recommend for Space Marine 2. Did you find any tweaks that we missed? Then be sure to let us know about it in the comments below. And for more on all things gaming, keep it here on IGN.